All right, everybody, so we should be broadcasting live here. Welcome to the first webcast from Digital Cafe, Portland edition. That's right, we have expanded Digital Cafe out and we are taking on Portland. And who knows where we will be next. Maybe we will be heading out to your city. We're just checking in that all is well. Rick, go ahead and send us a text message that everything's good on your side, and we will go from there. And again, for those of you who have just joined us, looks like that came up, and we've got the video. I'm just going to plug this into the screen so we can view what's going on there, and it looks like we are good. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to YouTube OneChannel, how to respond and profit from the new changes at Google. Google has made some pretty significant changes over the last couple of days, really. We got this thing out to you pretty quickly, and that is what we are here today to chat about. What to do about what has happened and how it affects you and how it affects your business. So, who am I? My name is Paul Colligan. I work for Digital Cafe, Traffic Geyser, Instant Customer, but among other things, I am a big YouTube fan. I've been training about YouTube for numbers of years, and my Kindle book right now, YouTube Strategies, at least today, is the #1 book in Amazon for YouTube, beating all the printed books. And a printed version of it is actually coming down its way, but the audience has responded to my YouTube training. And what's fun is, of course, when you produce a YouTube training product, when you do anything about a technology platform such as the one that we're chatting about today, well, obviously, YouTube changes things, and that is the channel. So let's chat a little bit about Digital Cafe TV, and then we will get into the program. Digital Cafe TV, we're going to be going on location at different areas. We're going to be the go-to location for all of your different internet marketing, content-related, media-created types of needs. Now, every event we do live will be recorded, and we'll make the event available after the recording, but it's always fun to do these types of things live. It's always fun to have the buzz of what's going on. Before we turned on the cameras a few minutes ago, our editor, Erica, was just, I'm nervous, what's going on? Well, we're here, we're live, that's a lot of fun. Now, this is our first webcast event. We are attempting to work on the YouTube Google Plus platform. We thought that would be, pretty obvious as we are talking about YouTube and Google Plus in today's presentation. So we'll see how this works. Who knows what platform we'll take on yet, but the name Digital Cafe TV is going to be around for a long time, and it's going to be bringing you a lot of great free content. Do stay in touch, do stay updated. Most of you came onto this because we sent you an email, because you signed up, you wanted to be notified when we went live. That's why many of you are here right now. If you came on through some other way, no big deal. Welcome to the show. At the end of this, we'll give you a name and an email address and a phone number that you can contact to make sure you know exactly what it is that we're doing and what it is that we've been up to. So let's chat about today, what we're going to go over today. First thing we're going to do, where YouTube is going. It's going in some directions that you might be surprised of and you might not expect and you might not have realized. We're going to take a look at how to use what YouTube is doing to promote who you are and what it is that you're doing. Now, obviously, we've been chatting about the OneChannel platform. We'll examine OneChannel and what it is, but I'm going to give you some ideas and some concepts, some big things to help you optimize the channel that honestly will take you past the specifics of click here, do that, the big ideas for promotion and profit and how the whole YouTube infrastructure is part of that. We'll go into channel organization a little bit. Again, that is as much a mindset issue as it is a technology issue, and we'll cover both in today's presentation. And then finally, we'll go over building buzz with what it is that YouTube has done for you through this new setup. It's pretty cool stuff. It's pretty exciting stuff, and it empowers everybody from, Paul in an office in Portland, Oregon, to anybody with a webcam. You now have the ability to broadcast and communicate with the world on one channel. It's no longer the desktop, it's the television, it's the portable device, the phone, the pad, that type of thing. It's pretty huge. Now, the cool thing about this broadcast is it's not just me monologuing into a camera. For goodness sakes, you are better than that. It is an interactive experience. And for those of you who are experiencing this live, we'd like to take your questions. And what we're doing is we're playing with Twitter as our platform for taking questions today. So if you have a question, what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to post it to Twitter using the hashtag DCafeTV for Digital Cafe TV. Now, we had played with DCTV, but somebody in Detroit has that. So DCafeTV, if you post that in your Twitter feed, I will see that on the screen here, and we'll hopefully answer as many of those questions as we can. If you're watching this on the replay page over at Instant Custom, we've got a link to a company called TweetChat that'll let you kind of use everybody using this as a chat room. If you want to do that, great. But if you just have access to Twitter and you want to ask a question, again, DCAFE TV is the hashtag that we're monitoring for. We'll keep that on the slide as many times as we can, and we will bring that up often, but would love to have you inside. I would love to have you just simply say hi, coming through, Paul, that's a handsome shirt, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. Now, one last word about what it is that we're doing again, and we'll get straight to the content. Do realize that this is our first event here at Digital Cafe TV. This is our first live webcast. We're doing a bunch of things that we've never done before, and so the fates may kick in, anything can happen. That's part of the game that we're playing, and we're fine with that. We understand that. We just want to make sure that you are as well. Again, everything's been recorded, so as long, or everything is being recorded and will be edited, and as long as you are inside of our communication circle, you will be at a great place. All right, let's start with the big news. I've got a screenshot for you here. YouTube just announced a couple of days ago that they are seeing 1 billion unique visitors a month. You know, 1 billion unique visitors a month. What does this mean? This means 1 out of every 7 people on the planet are visiting YouTube at least once a month. Now, there are some 12-year-olds who are in there, 28 times a day. But the fact of the matter is, unique visitors, over 1 billion of them every single month. Why? Think about it. Video. Why are you watching this and not reading a book? Video is more engaging. You know, to be able to sit down and to watch and to listen and to take the multisensory, the eye, the ears, the brain, the thoughts, all these things, this is part of the video experience. It's just where things are going. Think about it, it makes sense. If you go to Google and you search for something, and result number 1 is text, and result number 2 is text, result number 3 is text, result number 4 is video, you're going to click on the video. Why? Because video is engaging. Video is where it's at. And YouTube is just the 800-pound gorilla that we're dealing with. And so 1 billion views, 1 billion unique users each month really isn't that big of a deal. A couple of you have jumped into TweetChat here, and looking forward to this. Bring it on. Geo Company. What exactly is Google? That's fun. Easy Takeoff says, hey, Paul, excited. What's fun here is Gina asked, Paul, how does Google make it cheaper to do live events like you're doing now? Well, I'll give you a clue. We're not paying anything for this. I don't know if the microphone picked that up. We're not paying a dime to broadcast right now. And you could do the same. Now, that's not what today's presentation is about, but we're going to take a note, and we're going to see if we can talk about live broadcasting on Google. And the cool thing is, by live broadcasting on Google, we are not just live broadcasting to desktops, but there's some people watching on their phones. Got my phone over there. I'd walk off, but the screen would go away. There are people watching this on their iPads. There are people who will be able to watch this on their television set. It gets really, really exciting. So we're in a good place. Let's give a few more stats, and then we'll go from there. I printed these off because I wanted to just kind of give you the overview of just how big YouTube is, in addition to the 1 billion unique visitors a month. And these are the types of things that I can never remember anymore. So we've got the official paper. You know, it wouldn't be official if it wasn't paper. 72 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. We've been on live now for about 9 minutes. Let's say 10, because then the math's easy to do. That means 720 hours of video have been uploaded to YouTube since we started this broadcast. Think about that. The implications of that are terrifying. Now, or terrifying, actually, that's not the right word. The implications of this are exciting, are staggering. And it shows you how much people are utilizing YouTube. In 2011, YouTube had more than 1 trillion views. That's 140 views for every single person on planet Earth. So if your neighbor wasn't doing it, you get 280 times. Now check out this stat. This one blew my mind. When I read this one at the YouTube site, I sat down and I actually did the calculations because it sounded even too big for me, Mr. YouTube fan. 500 years of YouTube video. 500 years of YouTube video is watched every day on Facebook alone. Now, Facebook that has its own video platform, that isn't those numbers. These are the people who put YouTube video on Facebook. 500 years viewed every day. 700 YouTube videos are shared on Twitter each minute. 100 million people take a social action on YouTube every week. More than 50% of all the videos inside of YouTube have been rated by the community. You know, the whole thumbs up, thumbs down thing. But here's what's interesting. Here's what's fascinating, is that for every dislike, there are 10 likes. I've heard people like, I don't want to put myself on YouTube because I'm going to get thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. I mean, if your content stinks, people aren't going to like it, people aren't going to watch it, it's not going to come up in search. But if you're worried about an occasional thumbs down, don't. For every one thumbs down, there are 10 thumbs up. Those are the big stats, and that's the big number there. I'm going to move over here for a quick second to just see this. A lot of people inside the chat are going, wow, this is crazy. 500 years, wow. Because when they take your video down, no one will notice or care. No, I'll notice, I'll care. So, let's go from that. Okay, let's go back to a screen. I want to show you where things are going. What we have here is a screen of the new OneChannel approach. And this is YouTube, Google's official example of what's going on. But you'll notice on the screen, there is an iPhone, a smartphone. We don't know that it's an iPhone, but it is. We all know that. And the smartphone has a YouTube channel. In the middle, we have the desktop that has a YouTube channel. And over on the right-hand side, we have a tablet. It's an iPad in this picture, but it can be any tablet has a YouTube channel. And what's happened is we have set up YouTube. YouTube has set up YouTube now so that you can develop a channel knowing how it's going to look on the phone, knowing how it's going to look on the desktop, knowing how it's going to look on the tablet. And coming very, very soon is how it's going to look on the TV. So YouTube has realized that they are no longer just a place to watch internet video on your computer when you should be working. They're the default distribution system for internet video on any connected screen. And what they've done with this OneChannel process is they've built things, they've built a system now, they've built a process so that when you do your OneChannel, you can know what it's going to look like across each of these different platforms, and you can plan on each of these different platforms, which is exactly what it is that you want to do. So let's pick up the next screen here. This one's interesting. This is another official piece of graphic from YouTube telling you the background information. And you can see it's a massive, huge picture that they have you upload now. Why would they have you upload a picture of that size with those dimensions? Well, TV. TV is the next step. People are going to be consuming your stuff on the TV. Connected televisions are coming. The Google television set is becoming more and more popular. Apple TV already has YouTube. We'll see when they take on this integration. More and more people are watching on the TV. As a matter of fact, let's go right to the next screen. And in the next screen, you'll see that, actually, on the screen, you'll see, I'm sorry, I can't remember how I got these slides done. This is live, everybody. A lot of fun that way. So now we've got my channel. And we've got 3 different versions of my channel that you're looking at right now. On the left-hand side, you can see my channel at YouTube on, I think it was the Chrome browser that I took this. It's a nice little channel, looks nice, the logo's there, the same graphic that I put on my book, there's a little bit of branding. What's fun, you'll see there is a link to paulcolligan.com, which is great. And there's also links to all the different social networks. Yes, Google is no longer scared of the other social networks, even with their Google Plus thing. You'll notice the trailer video, which we'll chat about in a second. The power of the trailer video is very, very cool. In the middle, you'll see an iPhone looking at my channel. Notice same graphic, different look. It's pulling from that same background graphic. I knew how it was going to be done because of that graphic I saw earlier. And then over on the right-hand side, you'll see the iPad. Now, my video there, we uploaded the trailer video earlier today and getting ready for this event. It doesn't look so good on the iPad, does it? And so I'll have to go in and fix that. And, but the great thing is the directions, everything that YouTube gave me told that was coming. It was just something in the hurry of what we were doing where we didn't have to worry about that, or didn't have the time to worry about that. Let's go back to camera here. So Everybody's doing great inside of Tweet Chat. This is so great. TV, desktop, iPad, phone. What a great way to spread healthcare info. Yes, it is. Thank you, Jury. Ryan, how do you get the white screen behind you really white? We'll do an event with, actually, I was just talking to the guy who runs Digital Cafe Portland about doing a special event on Digital Cafe TV, and we will do that. Can you please review the basic lingo? What's the difference between a basic YouTube channel and the OneChannel? Great question. If you log on to YouTube right now, you have the old channel system. There'll be a link that says, do you want to upgrade to OneChannel? And say yes and go through the process. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But basically, it's something that they want you to do. Right now, you have the option of the old channel or the new channel. But eventually, they're going to make you come over to that. It's just kind of how they do these things. So let's go back to the screen again. Many of you just joined us. Thank you. This is a ton of fun. Don't worry, not going anywhere. What we're doing here is a live broadcast from Digital Cafe Portland. And what you get to do is you get to hashtag your questions. Post to Twitter with the hashtag DCafeTV for Digital Cafe TV. And I've got a little screen here that's monitoring what's going on, and we'll be able to go there. We also have, if you're watching this live at Instant Custom, we've got a link to tweetchat.com preset for the DCafe TV hashtag. But plenty of you are doing this really, really well. So let's go from there. And we've got a bunch of people in the chat, and we'll hit a bunch of issues, and we'll go from there. But let's look at the next screen, shall we? This is an Xbox, the gaming device that Microsoft is spending as much time making it the entertainment device. People are watching a lot of movies. People are watching a lot of TV. All the big cable channels now have stations. Redbox just launched. Redbox Instant launched on Xbox before it actually launched on many other devices. But the fact of the matter is, a tremendous amount of YouTube is being watched on the Xbox. Paul, I'm not a gamer, don't care. Yeah, it's not about the Xbox. It's about devices that are hooked up to the TV are getting YouTube content. They're getting at a pretty incredible rate. Why does this matter? How does this impact me? Let's go to the next slide. Did you know right now YouTube rents movies? Did you know that? You can go to YouTube right now and you can rent The Hobbit and you can watch it on any of your devices. If you're not a fantasy fan, there are other movies and documentaries and that kind of stuff, but they have a whole pay-per-view online function. Why? Because they're moving out of the computer to the television, to the phone, to the screen. Any connected screen to the internet, YouTube's putting their content on. And that's why this consolidation of the OneChannel idea is going great. Teach Social here says, I'm finally getting an Xbox. So great, welcome. And maybe now you can write it off if you really get into this online video stuff. But the fact of the matter is, the renting of movies, the renting of TV shows. Now, there is a rumor out, and I can't share any knowledge on that, but there's an existing rumor if you go to the news that says very soon YouTube is going to be turning on premium channels, kind of the HBO model, kind of pay $5 a month to get a bunch of content, a bunch of information, that type of thing. They say that's coming. All of the tech magazines all agree that we'll be seeing that very soon. I don't know if YouTube has officially recognized it, but it's pretty much a known fact that this is going to happen. YouTube is getting bigger and bigger, and you need to be part of it. But Paul, I don't make multi-million-dollar movies with red cameras in 3D like Peter Jackson does. Let me show you this. I got a screen for you here for a homespun project that sells handmade iPad cases that actually benefits women who have been stuck in the sex slave industry. There's really no other way to put it. Handmade iPad cases with a button on the YouTube channel that says click here to buy. This is not a major corporation. This is not a huge organization. This is a nonprofit group. I'm helping them do this. But the fact of the matter is, small, tiny commerce now is coming from YouTube. The ability to click on a YouTube video and have that go to a sales site is very, very cool. Very, very powerful. I hope you can see that. Somebody mentioned, wow, you can watch a movie on TV. Yes, you can. We've been able to do that for a while. I remember when, what is his name? Microsoft, Bill Gates, when Microsoft was doing his first Goodwill tour in '95, and he was telling Letterman about where the internet was going to be, and he was telling Letterman that one day you'll be able to go to your computer and watch TV, and Dave said, well, have you ever heard of TV? And it was a funny moment, it was a good moment. Us great nerds love it when the other nerds, chat with other nerds. But the fact of the matter is, yes, TV isn't that exciting, but if you can be that TV, if your content, if your information, if your commerce is on the exact same platform as is Peter Jackson's, or 20th Century Fox, or all these other different organizations, now we're on to something very, very, very cool. Again, small craft, nonprofit organization, bunch of people got together, and they got a web page that says, click here to buy a handmade iPad case. It doesn't get smaller than that. It doesn't get simpler than that. This is the type of thing that you can approach. So yes, you can put your content out there, but you can put your commercials out there. You could put things for sale out there, and you can do it right now. That Case for a Cause Case for a Cause YouTube channel that I showed you, they don't even have an icon for their channel yet, but they've got this capacity, and my friends, so do you. Okay, we are about 22 minutes into this. If you just joined us, what this is this is the first broadcast, the first live webcast of Digital Cafe TV, the Portland office here. We're having a great time, and we're talking about the new YouTube OneChannel format. My name is Paul Colligan. I'm the Director of Content for Digital Cafe. I'm also the author of a YouTube book called YouTube Strategies. Right now, hey, it's the #1 book at Amazon for YouTube. We'll see what happens, next week or something like that, but it's doing really well. It's beating all the printed books at Amazon, which I think is a pretty cool deal. And what we're doing is we're not selling anything today. We're just teaching the audience what the OneChannel thing means and what we're going to do about it. And for those of you who've just joined us, we have a hashtag. DCafeTV on Twitter will be a scrolling screen that I'll be able to see. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. A lot of people are doing it, and I'm trying to grab what I can out of my eye here. But, if I miss you, it's just the way it is. We'll get a lot of these answered. And when we go to Q&A, I'll actually go to the screen and pull up some of these. But please do join us. Okay, so what do we do with this? Let's go to the slide. It's not really just one channel. One channel is the marketing lingo that YouTube is using. And I actually think it's a great format. It's a great idea. It's a great concept. Definitely move over to it. But it's not just one channel. It's one strategy. This is really, really important. If you're making a video now, stop thinking about a video that's only going to be seen on a computer screen. You ever watched a video where they say, hey, if you got your comment, leave the comment below? Well, if they're not watching on a computer screen and there's no comment below, you just sounded like an idiot. So you got to have one strategy. You got to know that people might be watching on their TV sets, the person who said I'm getting an Xbox. People might be watching on their phone. People might be watching on their iPad. Yes, people might be watching on the computer. But that number's getting smaller and smaller every day. So it's not just one channel, it's one strategy for video that walks across all of these platforms. They might not be able to click. They might not be able to open a new window. They might not want to click. They might not want to open a new video. You need one strategy across all of your videos. And then you need to realize with one channel and one strategy, you got one place where you want to put all of your stuff. I don't have the stats in front of me right now because I'm live in front of a camera, but the fact of the matter is we've got probably a couple hundred different computers watching this. We've got dozens of different types of phones watching this. We've got a bunch of different devices watching this. And we haven't spent a dime on the formatting. We haven't spent a dime on the broadcasting. We haven't spent a dime on anything. YouTube, Google, YouTube, whatever it is you want to call it, they're doing it. And boy, that one channel, one strategy, one place mechanism. Boy, to go back to the Hobbit, the One Ring, I guess, whatever. That's where you want to go. That's what you want to do. So, how do you do this? How do you set things up? I'm going to take a look here at the chat again. Great info. I like being ahead of the wave. Great, very cool. You're protected, Paul. The rest of us are in danger of being taken down anytime. No. That's not the case. You can get that fixed. And we'll chat about that. Connect with Greg says, thanks, Paul, for taking us in the future of YouTube. It's opportunities. It's great. How can you add the button at the end of the video to a sales site? Oh, we'll chat about how you can do that a little bit later in the video. Paul Colligan spot on about where things are going. Hey, thanks, appreciate that. New channel art sizes. Doug gave that link. Great, good stuff. So, setup and options. First thing you want to do, when you're setting up your YouTube channel, when you're setting up your YouTube videos, you want to think with newbie eyes. There's some of you watching this right now who are incredibly technical, who know how to do a bunch of technical things, and that's good, but realize that the new audience isn't necessarily that technical. You know, the new audience, I mean, think about it, anybody who was into YouTube, who was into the technology, who was into these options before, if they haven't gotten on yet, they're not into these things. So when you look at your channel and you look at your video and you look at what it is that you're doing, you want to look through newbie eyes, not the ruined eyes, not the desensitized eyes, whatever it is that you are, whatever it is that you've been doing. You want to realize that the next generation isn't used to what you are used to. So you want to present an entirely different way, and we'll chat about that. You want to realistically just leave the computer behind. If you do anything in YouTube now that requires the computer, you are disqualifying everybody watching on a phone, everybody watching on an iPad, everybody watching on an Xbox or an Apple TV or an Android or a Google TV or a connected Samsung Blu-ray player or whatever it is that they're watching on. You got to leave the computer behind. Mentally, you have to do that. How do I do that, Paul? You just showed me a link where I could, you just showed me a video that had a link to buy. Yeah, that worked on the computer. That link just doesn't work on the phone. That's okay because it's a commercial for an iPad case that tells them where they can buy it afterwards. People weren't expecting it. We've got it. Both options are there. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail. Finally, really, your inspiration for this, and this is going to upset some of you, but your inspiration here, and we've got CHP Photo says, as a newbie, this is exciting stuff. Thank you. We think so too. Really, your inspiration for where you want to go here, what you want to do, this is going to be hard. You got to either go Bieber or Gaga on yourself, okay? Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, they understand the new economy. They understand the digital age that we're in. Paul, what do you mean by that? Okay, Justin Bieber is everywhere. Justin is all over YouTube. Justin is all over iTunes. Justin is all over Netflix. Justin is everywhere. Why? Because he understands that ubiquity is the new exclusivity. That ubiquity is the new exclusivity. He's everywhere. Why? Because he has to be. You need to be everywhere. Why? Because you have to be. Let's be honest. Does Bieber care if you watch his videos on the TV or on the phone or on the iPad or on the computer? No, he doesn't care. As a matter of fact, he wants you to watch them at all those places because then he wants you to go to iTunes and buy his music. The same thing for Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is everywhere. She still remains to be everywhere. And because she is everywhere, she's selling out albums and stadiums like never before. You need to be everywhere. This needs to be your mantra. It's not your website. It's not your video that people watch when they got their email. It's a video distribution, video platform strategy, the likes of which we've never had access to before. And you have access to it completely and totally for free. It's pretty cool stuff. So let's chat. I'm actually going to do a few here in the chat room. It's always fun to do these things live and see what's happening. If you just joined us, we're using the hashtag DCafeTV inside of Twitter. If you're watching this on the Instant Customer page, there's actually a link to Tweet Chat that'll do this. So Dave says, so you're advising us not to mention a video reliking or commenting or mentioning links below, etc. Well, what I'm recommending, Dave, is that you don't say anything on the video that's going to make you sound like an idiot. Okay? Now, you can say something like, hey, if you're watching this video on YouTube, I would love a thumbs up or a thumbs down on a comment. However, if you're, on an iPad or you watch this in front of your television set, enjoy the ride, enjoy the show. Just speak to the audience. Let them know that you know where they're consuming. I mean, think about it. If you watch a video from anybody, and I say, click here, okay, let's just watch now. Click here. Click here. Okay, Anybody who can't click here thinks I'm an idiot and doesn't know what's going on. There's an immediate disconnect. You can't have that disconnect anymore. You can't say anything that only fits to one specific place where somebody might be taking on your content. I hope that makes sense. Somebody says I'm giving Bieber way too much credit. Maybe it's Bieber's people, but the fact of the matter is that the new media superstars are everywhere. They don't have websites. They have media distribution strategies that you can have as well. Today we're talking about YouTube, a place where Bieber does well. Later on at Digital Cafe, let this be a sneak preview to you, we're going to be chatting about podcasting, distribution on iTunes, getting your stuff in the iTunes Music Store, all things that are within your realm. Anybody can have the media distribution strategy that Bieber has, that Gaga has, that some of the biggest names have. You can have the same thing. Who the media? You the media. It's really, really that cool. So let's chat about, we're going to chat about what to do, where to click, subscription last, okay? When you make a video, three things. Number one, what to do. What do you want them to do as a result of the video? In that case of the iPad case, we want them to buy the case. That's what we want them to do. And that's throughout the video. We say, when you buy the case, when you buy the case, when you buy the case. At the end, we say, please buy the case. See, what we want them to do is first, where to click is in that little annotation that makes sense if you're watching on a computer, but doesn't make sense anywhere else. So the great thing is we never mention in that video that you can click on the annotation. We never mention that. Why? Because some people are watching on their television set. And if we said click, they wouldn't know what was going on, and that disconnect would be there, and they would not pick up the iPad case. So I tell them where to click, but I only tell where to click for people who can click. And we're going to have some options and some screens that we're going to show you there. And then the whole subscription thing. Right now, the game that many teach inside of YouTube is get a subscriber. The most important thing is that somebody clicks subscribe so they get your next video, they get your next video, they get your next video. Well, here's the deal. If they get your next video and your next video and the next video, and they never do what it is that you want them to do, who cares? You're wasting your time and you're wasting their time. So your video first, what do you want them to do? Where you want them to click in a way that makes sense to those who have the ability to click, worry about subscription last. You can end a video with something like, hey, if you watch this video on YouTube, I'd love to have you subscribe. My YouTube channel is here. But put that at the end. The subscription thing is last. And boy, you don't see Gaga, you don't see Bieber begging for subscribes, but you do see them telling you to buy their album. And again, do they care where they buy the album? No. You can buy it anywhere you want to as long as it's Bieber's album. EHM Tech says, first time in live webcast, incredible. I hope there'll be a replay link soon. There will be, don't worry. We're going to have a great time. Making and marketing online videos, somebody linked to. Great strategic thinking, Paul. How do you make it safe as well? I'm not quite sure what you mean by safe, so we'll chat about that. Somebody said Justin Bieber built his own brand through Twitter from the beginning. Yes, he did. Someone said, gotcha, produce once for many. Exactly. Build your brand everywhere. Twitter, Bieber, and this isn't the Bieber show. I'm not really a fan. Gaga either, to be honest. But the fact of the matter is what they did was right. They were everywhere. But the great thing is you could be on the same Twitter that Bieber is on. You could be on the same YouTube that Gaga is on. You can publish on the same internet that any of these people publish on. You can be the star. And now the platform, the infrastructure, all this is backed by Google. Don't have to pay a dime. How cool is that? So, organizing your video, organizing your channel, organizing your web presence. A couple things you need to think about. Number one, above the fold. All the content that you're worried about is what happens above the fold. Now, above the fold is an old newspaper concept. Basically, you had the newspaper, it was folded in half. The stuff that really mattered was the stuff that was on the front part of the newspaper. They didn't look, below the fold, if you will, and that's the way it is on a web page. The most important stuff you put up at the top because the chances of them scrolling down to the bottom goes away. So you want to be above the fold. Now, let's be honest. Above the fold only matters if there's a fold at all. If they're watching a video on their television set, there's no fold. So the big thing about the fold is it's actually mattering less and less. The more, the focus, your attention, what you're doing, where you're going, needs to be in the video, because that's the one thing that you're sure that everybody's going to see. And we're going to give you some examples a little bit later of what that looks like. Definitely above the fold for anybody who's looking on the computer. I mean, YouTube.com is a very popular destination, and you want to make use of that real estate, but realize that less and less people are seeing that real estate that you're attempting to make use of. The best real estate for your video is the content that they're looking at. If you think about this, this makes sense. You know, people always ask, how do I get them, from the video to do the thing on the right-hand side of the screen? Forget the thing on the right-hand side of the screen. Get them to do whatever it is that you want them to do inside of the video. That's the focus, that's the attention. So when you're organizing things, and that's the one thing about the channel, the OneChannel thing, they give you, what do you want to put here, what do you want to put there? Don't worry about it. Put whatever you want down at the bottom, your best stuff above the fold for anybody looking on the computer screen. But your focus, your attention, needs to be in the video. What do you want them to do? And what you want them to do has to be able to be done if they're not in front of a computer, has to be able to be done if they don't have internet connectivity. Of course, probably if they're looking at YouTube, they have internet connectivity, but they might be in front of their television set or something, and they don't have a laptop or something immediately around them. Above the fold if you're there, but inside the video, because more and more people are looking at the video only, as we can see by the OneChannel situation. So it's key to think this way, and it's key to work through this way. And somebody says, just got dumped off, how do I jump into the middle? I don't quite know what that means thing here. Safe says, oh, the whole spam botted thing. Spam botting is an issue. We will cover it in a future issue, but it's not as big as some are making it out to be. Now, unfortunately, when you say that, the one person who is affected, gets frustrated. So the fact of the matter is YouTube's getting better and better at this all the time. And we will do a video. Here's what we'll do. We will do a video that will show you how to deal with that issue. We will bring that up. We can't do that here because the whole deal is that we're broadcasting live, and I'm not going to walk you through me typing on a computer screen because it's just not that exciting. So let's talk next about your YouTube trailer. Okay? First, what is the trailer? YouTube now gives you the ability to have a trailer for your channel. Just like the latest Hollywood blockbuster has a trailer, just like the new Justin Bieber album has a trailer, you have the ability to have a trailer for your YouTube channel. Now, remember everything we said before, what do you want them to do? The trailer, in YouTube's mind, is to get them to subscribe. Now, subscription's not bad. I mean, when somebody subscribes and you have a new video, that means that the next time there's a video, that person will be alerted. But boy, what would you rather have? A subscription or a name, a phone number, an email address? Use the trailer to get that first, if at all possible, and do that within the realms of YouTube. What does that look like? A trailer, a good trailer, you want to stick right around 1 minute. 1 minute 20 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds is about as far as you want to go, because really the trailer is one thing. What's inside? What do you want them to do? And then the call for subscription. What's inside? What do you want them to do? And the call for subscription. Now, I recommend an external. Now, the slide says CTA. External CTA means call to action. What do you want them to do? If you go to my YouTube channel right now, we're testing out a trailer today. Again, this is so new that many of you who are watching the recording of this won't see this particular trailer. But I got a trailer that says, hey, I want to communicate with you external to YouTube. Text your name and email address to X. Now, we're using the Instant Customer platform for that. Why? Because it rocks at that type of thing. Anybody can call in, leave their name and phone number, or they can text in, call and leave their name and email address, or they can text in their name and email address. And by the way, the system's logical enough that if they don't send their email address, in a couple of days, it'll follow up and go, hey, I got your phone number, but not your email address, and if we're really going to communicate. So now what I'm doing is I'm using my trailer, yes, to build out my YouTube channel, but I'm building my trailer to build out my list. Honestly, between you and me, I don't think YouTube's going anywhere. I'm not really worried about YouTube going anywhere. But boy, bird in the hand versus a bird, several birds over in somebody else's hand, I like having my names. I like having my email address. I like having my text numbers. I like being able to connect with my audience capture my audience, connect with them, and then close them on the deal. So the integration of Instant Customer in the trailer lets me get a list and subscribes at the same time. Wholly recommend that you get a trailer that tells them to subscribe, sure, tells them what's in your channel, sure, but gives them an external CTA, gives them an external call to action to build that list. Now, Paul, couldn't you just say visit this website? Sure. You could say visit this website, but if somebody's in front of their Xbox and they don't have a laptop on their lap, they're not going to visit the website. But I'll tell you this, if they're sitting at their they're sitting at their couch and they're watching their Xbox, they got their phone. They pull out their phone. They don't have to call and leave their address. They can if they want to. They can just text it. Get the information they want. Say, I made it incredibly easy. I'm identifying the audience who's looking at this. Well, Paul, what if they're on their phone? They can't do that. No. They're going to have to leave the phone to do that, but the ability is right there. I grab everything else through that process. So the trailer is incredibly powerful. And what's really cool is the trailer is only seen by the people who haven't subscribed to your channel yet, i.e. the hot leads. See, somebody who comes back to your channel over and over again, I don't want to bombard you. If you subscribe to my channel, I don't want to say over and over again, text your name and email address for some free bonuses. You've either texted your name and email address for free bonuses, or you haven't. I don't want to bombard you with that over and over again. So that's the beauty of the channel trailer. It's only seen by people who haven't subscribed to your channel. Very, very, very powerful stuff. So again, 1 minute, 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30, the max, some sort of external call to action, and then definitely call them to subscribe at the end. But that's the last thing you want, really. I mean, if you think about it. People are saying here, this is live, great. Let's see, text and call your name and email. That phrase is money to my ears. Yes, it is, George the Pizza Man. Yes, that's exactly money to your ears, and you can do that. I mean, imagine, I don't know here if George the Pizza Man sells pizza, but let's say you're a pizza delivery company, okay? Imagine a trailer, or a pizza restaurant. Imagine a trailer for a pizza restaurant that says, before you order, text your name and email address for a $10 off coupon, or whatever it is that you do. You could do these types of things in the trailer, and it's incredibly awesome. It's incredibly cool. Take a look at other things. Why text your name? What service would you recommend we use? Here at Digital Cafe, we're owned by Instant Customer, and Instant Customer does this, so that's what we use. We recommend it. The interactive capacity, it's the best out there. It's got stuff that nobody else has. I don't want to make this commercial. I don't want to make this a pitch, but I use Instant Customer personally. I used it before I started working with the company. I'm using it while I'm working with the company. If I ever leave, I'll be continuing to use it after that. Not a pitch, not selling, that kind of thing. A lot of people are asking about the platforms. Did I miss how to get text from people? How to respond? What's text your name service? What mobile platform are you using? Using Instant Customer. By the way, if you go to instantcustomer.com, it's a $1 free trial. Into the pitch, we're not going to make it about that. If you would like to see a Digital Cafe TV live event about Instant Customer, let us know through the hashtag thing, and we'll take note of that, and we'll go from there. You guys having fun? We're about 45 minutes into this. This is great. Okay, let's go to the next screen here. We've got, this we just recorded today here at the Digital Cafe TV Portland studio office, a trailer for my /Culligan channel. And we're going to be trialing trailers for all the different channels associated with this. Don't worry. We're just going slow at this. We're testing this, and we'll make sure we report to you the results. But if you see the trailer, it's just me. And I say what the channel is about. I say what it is that I do. And then I say subscribe, but then I say, but I got other things that I do external to YouTube. And I say text your name and email address to X, or call it in and leave the voicemail message. Now my trailer is going to collect real solid leads for me. And those who subscribe aren't going to see it again. And those who subscribed don't need to see it again. They know that offer. They know that that's there. Am I still going to make videos for people who haven't subscribed? Of course. But the ones who have subscribed, the ones who have texted in their name and email address, you know, done me a great service. And that's where a good chunk of my profit and my revenue is going to come from. And I'm not talking spam. You know, I'm not talking anything ridiculous. I'm talking an audience who wants what it is that I have, giving them that information and profiting from it. A pizza company, if I'm hungry for pizza, has what I want, and them giving me a coupon to get it faster and quicker is a really, really good thing. Can you tell I haven't eaten much today? live event, having a good time here. So on that trailer screen, if you watch the video, you'll see I gave a phone number. But in the description for the trailer, I gave that phone number as well. Why? Is anybody searching on that phone number? Of course people aren't searching on that phone number. But some people who are looking at the text see that phone number. When I mention it, they're good to go. It's right there. Oh, they don't hear me say it. Now, that phone number is all over the video. Erica over there, she edited the thing. She put it all over the video, and it's at the end of the video. I mean, you can't miss it. But I might as well put it in the description as well. Why? Because above the fold, it's good. It's a reminder of exactly what it is that I want them to do. Really recommend making your trailer a cool thing by having, making your trailer a real moneymaker by having a call to action. Now, it depends on who you are. I mean, if you can offer a free book or a free CD or a free video series or that type of thing, you got to be a little bit careful about the free video series because you're on YouTube and you can publish video of great lengths. I mean, this is going on 46 minutes now. We'll probably go an hour 15 or so. Of course, we got a lot of questions coming in, so maybe we'll go longer. We'll publish this at the Digital Cafe channel over at YouTube, and so we can put extended video there. So if we said something cheesy like, if you want to get our extended video, text your name and email, there's a disconnect there. People know that. But if there's other things that can only be delivered by email, PDFs, that kind of thing. And of course, if you have a regular product that people are interested in, coupons and that kind of stuff, is just an absolutely fabulous way to do this. Got a couple of questions that are coming through. Do you recommend to create a particular video specifically for the trailer only, not get an old video and make it the trailer? Yes. Yes, the trailer is a unique opportunity. We didn't have this until a couple of weeks ago. Taking an old video and making it the trailer, what does that do? That doesn't call them to action. That doesn't tell them what it is that you want them to do. That doesn't set you up for success like a very specific trailer can. So even if you have to do a screencast for your trailer, do something very different. Welcome them to the channel. Tell them what you're about. Tell them what you want them to do. Tell that to them a couple of times. Sure, throw in a subscribe if you want. It is YouTube, and subscribers aren't a bad thing. They're just not the best thing. But that's a quote. Subscribers aren't a bad thing. They're just the best. No. Anyway, whatever it is that I was saying, that's what happens when you go live. Travis is laughing at me, and I appreciate that, Travis. Okay, I'm going to take a few more questions here, and then we should... and then I've got 8 ways to build buzz with what we're doing. So you should make the instant customer trailer info. Oh yes, the instant customer trailer is coming very, very, very soon. Realize that this came to us very, very recent. We wanted to bring you guys up to date with what's going on as it happens. This is what we know, and we'll probably do future broadcasts in the get this future about what it is that we found out. But yeah, there's work to be done by us, and there is work to be done by you. Okay, good questions coming through. For those of you who haven't joined the chat, we're using Twitter, hashtag DCafeTV. It'll pop up on my screen, and I've got the ability to see that. So, 8 ways to build buzz. Okay, a couple things to think about. Number 1, let's keep this screen up so that I can read from it as well, because it's a little hot in here, and we've been going for a while here. So, number 1, this is hard, but it's true. YouTube is more exciting than you are. Plain and simple. I took my list, I took my mailing list. People who supposedly know, like, and trust me. People who are into what it is that I am offering. I sent 1,000 of them a short email that said, here's a really cool video at paulcolligan.com/coolvideo or something like that. I sent 1,000 of them the same exact email, except instead of paulcolligan.com/coolvideo, it was youtube.com and that little nonsense thing that YouTube does. 15% more people click through to YouTube than click through to my. These are people who supposedly know, like, and trust me. Why? Should I be insulted? Does my list hate me? What's going on? No. YouTube is safe. YouTube is where the kitty cat videos are. YouTube is where Suzanne Boyle is. And YouTube's exciting. Yes, 70 hours, what was that number I gave to you? 72 hours uploaded every minute? One of them's got to be good, right? There's got to be some content worth watching. So the first thing is YouTube is more exciting than you. Leverage that. You can be on the same platform as Gaga. You can be on the same platform as Bieber. You could be on the same platform as Angry Cat. So do it. YouTube is more exciting than you, and you can be on it, leverage it, have a great time with that. Rumor is, coming, YouTube's going to have subscriber-only benefits, things that only subscribers get. Now, one thing that subscribers get is the instant update and that type of thing, but speak to that. Not only should you be exciting on YouTube, but be exciting for your subscribers. Speak to the subscribers. Talk to the subscribers. Your subscribers are a tribe. There are benefits to being a subscriber, regardless of whether or not YouTube throws anything additional. Speak to that. Tell people that you want them inside. I'll tell you, I want every single one of you to subscribe to my channel. I want every single one of you to subscribe to the Digital Cafe channel. I want every single one of you to subscribe to the Instant Customer channel, because we got benefits only for those on the inside. Number two. Number three, Google's social realization. Google realized that they missed the boat on social. You know, Facebook, bam, 1 billion people on Facebook really, really, really quickly. Twitter, they could have bought Twitter for like change a couple of years ago. Now Twitter is a massive, massive beast. They've done Google+. And boy, we could do events on Google+. We could do Hangouts on Google+. We could do a lot of things. Google+ has done a lot of things wrong. Google+ has done a lot of things wrong. You ever notice that the people most into Google+ are the people who've written books about Google+? Just saying, okay? However, the thing about Google+ that's interesting is it's social integrated into search. You want your YouTube video indexed by Google really, really quickly? Here's what you do. You embed your video on a Google+ page. It goes in faster than anything else does. Google's playing with social. Go into your YouTube account, tie in your Twitter account, and then when anybody who has their Twitter account tied into YouTube gives your video a thumbs up, it will automatically give the thumbs up in Twitter. You know, I gave that stat earlier today that you know, over 700 YouTube videos are shared each minute. A lot of that's done automatically, you know, but who cares? You still benefit from it. In other presentations, I show slides of all sorts of different foreign languages who've liked my YouTube videos and shared it on Twitter automatically. Google has made a social realization that's important. They're plugging into it. They're going deep with this. You know, I showed you on my channel page, they're letting me link to Twitter. They're letting me link to Facebook. They're letting me link to Pinterest, of all things. But the fact of the matter is, YouTube, Google has realized that social is huge. You want to get into that as well. Definitely go from that. So that's Google's social realization. Number four, people like video. It's just what it is. Video just works really, really well. You know, if we told everybody that Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. we'll be releasing a web page of about 1,000 words for you to read, you wouldn't flock to that. You would not have been interested in that. You know, people like video. Leverage that. If you got a message, do what you can to make it exciting. Put it on video. One great way to leverage buzz. Let's go to the next four elements of building buzz. Number five, with a bullet, people share video. My father-in-law all the time is getting videos from his friends shared, cut and paste, linked, put in the Facebook feed, whatever. This guy probably watches more YouTube video shared than all of his evening news and Matlock episodes and those types of things. People like to share video. If you have a video worth sharing, a bunch of you are in this right now because probably somebody shared this stuff with you. You know, on this page, we've got a share button. People like to share. People share video. Video is extremely social. Video gives you something to share, gives you something to put on Twitter, gives you something to put on Facebook, gives you these types of things. Leverage that. You ever seen anybody, you know, on Facebook go, hey, here's a cool paragraph? No. Here's a cool graphic sometimes. Here's a cool video. A lot. People share video. Number seven, YouTube social. It's getting more and more so every day. The comments are social. The thumbs up, the thumbs down are social. You know, the thing that's interesting is, if you put a video on Facebook, and I don't want this to be the Facebook versus YouTube debate, but if you put a video on Facebook, its half-life is about 2 hours, and it's really gone from everybody's social feed by the end of a couple of days. I got videos 3, 4 years old getting more views per week now than they got when I first launched them. Why? Because people find the video, they give it a thumbs up, it goes by Twitter, one of them's friends find it, they make a comment, they share it with their friends, they put it in a blog. YouTube is incredibly social, and you want to leverage that. And then finally, your audience is social. We are people, we are social beings, we are social beasts. If you're watching this live at the Instant Customer page, we got share buttons. Why? Because we know many of you want to. If you're watching this at YouTube, please do me a favor. Give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, share it with a friend, put it inside of Facebook, put it inside of Twitter, do something like that. Be the social being that you are. Be the social being that you can be. We'd really like it. And I'll tell you, this is free. We're not making any money from this webcast, and there's expense, and our video people aren't cheap. Am I right? Of course. And but the fact of the matter is, the more times this is viewed, the more times this is seen, the more of these we are going to do. So please spread the word. See how I just did that social thing? And right now, many of you are sharing this or giving this the thumbs up or want to see this type of thing. That's how that works. The audience is social. So I'm going to look at the text here, see what we have going on. Carlos says, great info, thanks. Somebody else is saying how I share my videos. One, are you using a webcam or a video for the live streaming? This is a camera. It's a Leica Dicomar. How do I know it's a Leica Dicomar? Because that's what it says. And I'm really not good at that stuff. Great tip on Google+, simple, but I never thought of that. Great. Embed or just link in Google+. Actually, in Google+, just link the YouTube video and it'll do the embedding automatically for you. And if you link it inside of Facebook, it'll do the embedding. If you link it inside of Twitter, it'll do the embedding. All these people talk to each other. It's by its very nature social, which is exactly what we've been chatting about. So we're having a good time here. Okay, this is going great. So profit. How do you profit? Okay, number one, nice, plain, and simple. Click to buy exists right now. Now I know chat room is going to pop up. How the heck do I click to buy? Okay, we got an answer for you. Don't worry about that. Click to buy exists. If you have product that you are selling, get video on YouTube with click to buy. Do that right now. And the cool thing is if you get a subscriber, every time you get a new product, they're going to get the commercial with the click to buy, that's reoccurring revenue stream that is pretty stinking awesome. Click to buy exists, utilize it. Profit tip number one. The sale is a really, really good thing. Number two, click to sign up exists. I'm going to show you a screenshot of this in a second. But the same interface that lets you do click to buy lets you do click to sign up for things. Just like you can do a text your name and email address kind of thing, you can do a click to enter your name and email address. And based on your audience and based on what it is that they're doing, you might want to do that. It is a great way that you can retrofit old videos that you didn't know that you had the text your name and email address option to. It's a great way to do that. And number three, and we'll show you the click thing in a later, finally, realize in your strategy that these annotations and these embeddings and these click to buy, they're not available on all platforms. So again, like I said earlier, if you do the click here to buy thing and there's nothing to click, you end up looking like an idiot and you're going to lose the sale. So don't do that. So work it in strategically and intelligently. Let's pull up that screenshot. This is pretty cool. So I showed you the screenshot of click to buy for the case for a cause case. Great. Let's go to the next screenshot. What you see here is a video that came out. It's a video series that shows you how to get 21 videos about YouTube, believe it or not. I know, very meta. YouTube talking about YouTube, talking about YouTube. But on there, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, there's an embedded link that says, click here to get the free video series. Now, anybody who can see that on their browser, and by the way, not even all browsers can see it. Anybody who sees it, they click through to buy. Now, at the end, I tell them what the web address is. I tell them a bunch of things to do. Actually, go back, or no, I'm sorry, that's the right slide. So on this video, you see a bunch of things. Number one at the top, you see that embedded link, the annotation that immediately clicks through to the 21 questions about YouTube video. That works for anybody that it works for, but there are people that it doesn't work for. So you'll notice the second red arrow in big old honking letters says www.21 questions about YouTube. I get the audience who maybe is only seeing the screen. And then finally below, you'll see the very first word of my description is the link to that. So now I've got people who can click on the video. I've got people who know to visit because of the video. And anybody who gets the description is able to link from that as well. You do this kind of stuff and you're going to get great opt-ins. You know, you're going to get great connections. You can do that. All right, let's head out over to the next slide. So we're at the top of the hour here. So some people who had their whole daylight savings thing, they're still off. If you just joined us, my name is Paul Colligan, YouTube expert writer, whatever you want to call it. Book right now, #1 at Amazon. We are chatting about the YouTube OneChannel series. We've been chatting for about an hour, and we're actually going to be in the process of closing this up. But I am going to take Q&A in a second, and that should be fun. We are chatting about this on Twitter, so if you want to use the hashtag DCafeTV, I will see that on my screen, or at least we'll have the chance to see that, and then we'll go from there. So let's go to the next slide. And what do we got here? Okay, so what next? What do you do with this? Number one, you need to get your OneChannel live. You got a great opportunity now with the trailer. You got a great opportunity with knowing how this is going to look on the iPhone and the iPad. By the way, just simple stats. 28% of your traffic now is mobile. More than 1 out of every 4 people just aren't viewing your content on the desktop anymore. So get your OneChannel up and get a representation and get a destination for that 1 out of every 4 people who want to engage with your product, but until previously, you didn't have that opportunity to do so. So step 1, get your OneChannel live. Step 2, get your preview up, get your trailer up. A screencast is okay if you don't have the ability to do a camera at this point. Something that identifies the first-time visitor. You know, it's really funny, people don't necessarily know what it is that they're supposed to do. They don't necessarily know what it is that you want. The trailer is a great way to do that. There are people who are going to watch my YouTube trailer for my channel and go, oh, how cool is this? I can text my name and email and get emails from Paul. I don't go to YouTube all the time. I just happen to be visiting this place. I didn't know this opportunity existed. And then they take it. So you get your OneChannel live, you put up your trailer video, screencast is okay, tell them what it is that you want them to do, and then finally, sync your YouTube account with social. Get a Twitter account. I saw somebody on here say, I don't like Twitter. You know, personally, I don't like Twitter either. But the fact of the matter is, I got tens of thousands of people following me on Twitter, so I'm going to publish to Twitter. Every day, somebody likes one of my YouTube videos, and because I have a Twitter account, it gets automatically put to their Twitter account. So I'm going to do the Twitter thing. Sync up with social. Sync your YouTube account to any social account that will let you do it. Right now, it's just Twitter, Facebook for your personal page, and Orkut of all things. But the syncing is coming more and more. Definitely sync up with social. So the big 3, what's next? Get your OneChannel live, get your trailer video going, and sync with social. T Social says, I love Twitter, and she has a little Twitter icon there. What is click to buy? Click to buy is, we showed that earlier, and what click to buy is, you have the ability now, and actually we've got me on the screen here, so I'll have the editor go back to that screen. Would that be all right? Yeah, you can do that. And if you go to the video that I show, and there's lots of people doing this, this is just one that I happen to be involved with. If you go to a YouTube channel that has click to buy integrated, on the video, it's a video for an iPad case, and at the upper left-hand corner of the video, it says, if you want to buy the product right now, click here. You click right there on the video, and it takes you to the sales page for that particular product. That's what click to buy is. So, bonus, let's go to the screen here. Some of you are watching this before 3/27. That's fine. A lot of you who are on this live, I appreciate that. But on 3/27, we're going to release at the Digital Cafe YouTube site 3 walkthroughs for those 3 things I just chatted about. We're going to give you a video walkthrough, high definition, where you can just click and follow along, where how to set up your OneChannel. Now, by the way, it's not that complicated. Many of you can figure it out. But for those of you who can't, we're going to do a walkthrough video. How to, what was the second one? I've gone blank. Anyway, the 3 things that we just chatted about, all 3 of those we're going to do bonus videos for inside of the Digital Cafe site where you can find out how to do this. We'll take as long as we need to have these, and these will be, again, offered to all of you for free. So if you're watching this before 3/27, know that it's coming. If you're inside of our media center, if you came here because of an email address, don't worry, we'll utilize that to notify you when these videos are live. If you are watching this after 3/27/2013, which is highly possible, you can find that they're there. If you're watching it on YouTube, we probably linked to it or something like that. But we've got those 3 videos for you. Now, some of you have come in, and pull up the screen on this. Some of you have come in because a friend shared this, or you stumbled across this on YouTube or something, whatever, fine, great, welcome to the family. If you would like to be notified of other opportunities, go ahead and text your name and email address to 1-210-702-3288. And that number is up there on the screen. You can go ahead and text your name and email address to that, and we'll keep you up to date with the latest things in the Digital Cafe TV world. I'm going to leave that up for a second or so more for those that you can write that down. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a few more minutes to answer any more questions that might have popped up about this whole process. You know, in the specific how-to screenshot type stuff, the nature of a YouTube webcast kind of prevents us from doing that. So know that these are coming up. If we've got your name and email, we will forward it. If we don't, you saw that phone number and we went from there. But I'd love to answer questions. So go ahead and type those inside of Twitter with hashtag DCafeTV, and we'll go from there. I joined late, sorry, still playing catch up. There will be a replay. Oh, exactly. There will be a replay. This is being recorded. We've got multiple backups for this recording. And if you came in as a result of an email, we will alert you when this replay is ready. Gary doesn't like Twitter either, and he says, that's okay. Thanks, I appreciate the audience giving me permission to be me. That's always a good thing. Can I grab my videos already uploaded to YouTube to my OneChannel from a different YouTube account? Good question. Many people have multiple accounts. There have been rumors that there are some people with dozens of YouTube accounts. Can you grab one video from one YouTube account and put it in another YouTube account? Yes. YouTube, if you put the same exact video up twice, they won't let you do that. So what you can do is you can download it from YouTube, put it up at your video, delete it from the channel A, put it up at channel B, that type of thing. Right now, actually, this video is at channel A. We're going to move it over to channel B a little bit later. So that's very, very, very doable and recommended. What's interesting about the OneChannel idea is that now that you have this destination, now that you have this place where people visit, you're probably thinking very strategically about what videos am I going to put on my channel and what's the trailer going to say. Maybe I'll run in clips and that type of thing from my trailer. Somebody's asking what technology you're using to do this live broadcast. Not apropos to the topic at hand, but I know there are a lot of people who enjoy this kind of stuff. We are using, believe it or not, a MacBook Pro, and we've got a, Travis, how much does this camera cost? What would this camera retail today? $4 grand. You know, this is a $4 grand camera. That's how Travis rolls, and that's why we're here at the Digital Cafe Portland studio. You can do this with a $500 camera. And really the quality of what that camera can do is considerably better than what you're seeing right now. And for goodness sakes, you don't want high definition on this face anyway. So you're at a good place there. But using a MacBook Pro in the last year or so, we're using Google+, which is broadcasting out to YouTube. If you are watching this on the replay later, we're probably going to take the original video and edit up a slightly or more polished version of this webcast. But for the person who asked this live, we are there. Somebody asked if we were in Brendan's studio. No, we are not today. We've done some stuff from Brendan's studio, but this is this is Digital Cafe Portland, having a good time there. Somebody said, do Hangouts automatically delete the background? No, this is a studio by a guy who knows what he's doing. And this is not from my basement. Those of you who've seen videos from my basement, you could tell they've come from my basement. This is a guy with some good lighting, a good studio, and a white wall, and painted white and painted well there. And it's just kind of the setup that we have set up with. I want to put a customized video thumbnail on my trailer, but YouTube doesn't allow everyone to add one. Why? Well, let me tell you something about trailers. We've got 2 topics here. We got trailers and we got thumbnails. Trailers on your homepage automatically play for anybody who comes there. So a thumbnail really doesn't matter. Putting a thumbnail on a video that automatically plays every single time doesn't matter. Now, in terms of putting a thumbnail on a YouTube video that people want to embed and that type of thing, I don't know why YouTube doesn't let you put a thumbnail on that one. I don't know if it's specifically to the trailer video or whatnot, but I've had no problems with it. We've been putting thumbnails up for a while. Stephen mentions a pinstripe shirt, not even a $4,000 camera can handle that. Yeah, didn't think that one through. The next video will not be done with the shirt. I'm hoping you're liking the flashing effect. That's that. The video quality is not up to current standards. Does G+ offer a higher quality feed? Google Plus does not. We're experimenting with this platform. We might do a high definition stream later. We just thought here at Digital Cafe we'd start here at YouTube. But that's just sort of the game that we're playing. Paul, if I don't have a good camera, should I still make a trailer? Yes. Don't have to have a good camera to make a trailer, but you need to make a trailer. You need to have your place on YouTube where you can tell your audience what it is that you want them to do so that they have the opportunity to do it so that you can do the interaction. Be it the name and email address for a follow-up email series, be it a coupon for anything from a $10 pizza to a $4,000 video camera. Interacting with your audience on the same platform that they can rent The Hobbit from, interacting on the same platform where they can watch the latest Justin Bieber video from, interacting on that same platform is only going to do incredibly good things for you and your brand. Somebody said not everybody has the custom thumbnail feature. I hear it's coming. Don't know if that's the case. I've seen it across all my videos. I know that YouTube, if you've ever had a copyright claim or that type of issue, that's there, and wouldn't necessarily worry about that. Somebody's asking, where's my shadow? Do we still get spring today? I don't know if I look like a groundhog or what it is that you're saying there, but that's sort of the effect of a fancy studio. The fact of the matter is, YouTube has opened up the floodgates for anybody who wants to do tremendously well. They've given you the ability now to have a channel, to know what it's going to look like on the iPad, know what it's going to look like on the iPhone, know what it's going to look like on the desktop, know what it's going to look like on television. You have all the power to do the very media buy, except it's free, you know, the media explosion that everybody big has and all of your competition has. They've opened this up to you, and it's very, very cool. Simple things like the trailer, a message for people interested in you that automatically plays, that's only seen by the people who haven't subscribed to your channel yet. Interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. So, get your OneChannel going. We're going to get you a video that shows you how to do that by the date that was listed on the screen. And we're going to show you a video on how to set up the trailer. We're going to show you a video on how to set up the OneChannel. We're going to set up all these things, and that's going to happen by 3/27 at the Digital Cafe channel on YouTube. Thinking intelligently, realizing that your audience is viewing your video all over the place and everywhere, gives you an opportunity that you simply didn't have before. We want to give you that opportunity. We want to encourage you to take that opportunity, and we want you to do great things. So thank you very much for joining us on this first initial webcast, Digital Cafe Studio in Portland. We learned a couple things. One big thing is I don't know what I was thinking when I put on this shirt, but that's the situation there. And the quality of YouTube is fun to deal with, but it was fun to go on this platform. The tech's still good. The knowledge is there. Everybody mentioned very, very well, and we'll go from there. Somebody asked, can you pay YouTube so that you can do better quality? No, you can't right now. That's part of YouTube's problem. Believe me, we would pay them if we could do the higher quality. Somebody said, you've done a fabulous job. Thanks. We asked Mike to connect with me. I'm sorry, he'll see the chat, but we can go from there. And thank you from several people go. One person just asked, where did you go? I'm here, where are you? I'm not quite sure on that one, but that's the fun thing about doing a live broadcast. So thank you everybody who attended this live. Thank you to Travis and team here at Digital Cafe Portland for making this happen. Thank you for YouTube for letting me broadcast even with this shirt. And we know the quality is going to get better, but the quality of the content I think was pretty good. It can help put you at a right place. Why don't we go back to that slide one more time that had the phone number on them that they can text and email if they want to come to our next event and find out about our next event. And if you're watching this 6 months in the future, 1 year into the future, go ahead, still text your name and email address. We'll keep that going to keep everybody updated with what we're doing. A lot of stuff will be at Digital Cafe YouTube proper, but a bunch of it won't be. We're going to do different events. Who knows, might do a teleseminar, or we might use a platform other than YouTube for our live streaming or something like that. Bunch of people are saying thank you. I want to say thank you. And with that, I'm going to let everybody go. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.